sense. Hello there. My name is Kehinde Kamson, and I'm a business entrepreneur. I have spent about 30 years doing business in Nigeria. I believe that my business experience will be very useful for aspiring business people. Most of these things I have put in my book, Pots, Pans and Spoons. The book is like my memoir, and in it are nuggets of wisdom, nuggets of information. 30 years doing business in whatever part of the world is very useful for guidance, for counseling, for sharing with other business aspirants. Number one, an aspiring business person must be willing to start small and gradually grow big. Nothing really can be acquired in one day, and no good report can be achieved in just one day. If everything was possible in just one day, then a whole lifetime would have been useless. We must learn not to be too much in a hurry, and we must leave the idea of that dream car alone for a while. We can always pay the price at the beginning, knowing that a good harvest will surely come at the end of the day. Moreover, nobody is paying attention to you when you're a business starter. Point number two, aspiring business people need to be very diligent researchers. You need to be on top of your game. You need to know exactly what you're getting into. You have to be a master of your own job. And the mastery is what makes you excel in whatever chosen field that you have chosen for yourself. Many people are looking at the figures and are encouraged by figures rather than mastery, rather than excellence. And a lot of people forget that without a perfect knowledge of what you do, nobody will respect or see you as an expert. It is being seen as a guru of your field that actually brings and attracts the clientele and the followership that you require to sustain your business name or your brand. So it is important never to stop learning. You must dedicate a lot of time and resources and humility to learning, because learning really is best achieved from a very humble and diligent posture. Point number three, aspiring entrepreneurs need to live in the possibilities of their economies or of their environment. You have to believe that your economy is capable of sustaining you and the business you desire. No matter what are the inadequacies of an economy, there must be something in it that will sustain your effort and your delivery. And that is why we keep saying as entrepreneurs that even though Nigeria is difficult, the facilities may not all be there, the environment is rough, the key factors for sustenance like energy, like good human resource capital, sometimes even intellectual capacity is not there. But we still have this teeming population. And moreover, we know what the problems are. And a problem known is usually a problem solved. And we must at all times identify what are the things that do well in our environment and what are the things that will not do well. For so many people in the Nigerian population, there must be something that works with that environment. And if nothing works, this brand stands to represent that there is possible survival for an effort that has gone into researching what your economy can sustain. Point number 4, aspiring entrepreneurs need to appreciate the fact that they do not have to be an entrepreneur. And even if you must start your business, you need to be able to learn that trade somewhere, work with somebody else who has excelled in that business line before you jump off to start a business that you don't know anything about. So it is very important that we recognize our roles. We recognize the postures that are possible in being entrepreneurs. The very key management staff of Sweet Sensation do not see themselves as workers. They see themselves as entrepreneurs. So whether you are driving the vision of somebody else or you are the visionary yourself, it doesn't stop you from seeing yourself as an entrepreneur. An entrepreneur is who drives something, who is the originator and the driver of a particular vision. And the vision drivers don't necessarily have to be the visionaries themselves. Point number 5. Aspiring entrepreneurs must never compromise their integrity. I mean, this goes without saying, but it's a point that many people need to be reminded about. The worst thing that can happen to an entrepreneur is to be known to be dubious. And that erodes the brand or whatever that entrepreneur represents. If anything is important in this economy, it is the integrity of an entrepreneur. And it's the integrity that actually drives followership, drives attraction, and therefore drives a good report. We cannot compromise on who people think or perceive that we are. Point number 6. Aspiring entrepreneurs must live a life of purpose. They must live for life and not live for money. We need to try and discover our purpose. Let our lives be purpose-driven rather than money or material-driven. This is important in an economy where you need just more than money to drive you in a business. You need to enjoy what you do. You need to find some kind of pleasure in what you do, in the circumstances of your everyday work and in the circumstances of your everyday challenges. There must be something that makes you tick, and that must be purpose and not money. Point number 7. Aspiring business entrepreneurs must know the importance of strategically positioning their businesses. By that I mean location of your business. In a business like ours, location is always key. I would say a business in our business sector is driven by location. So I would say location, location, location is what will make the business. Take, for example, in today's world, where at a junction, you can have a junction effect for a business. The junction effect is where you have the possible patronage from probably 3 roads or 4 roads merging. Now, if you see a strategic location and you find one and you fail to locate your business at that point where you harness and you bear the best positioning for your business, you can be very sure that what you fail to do, another business competitor will take advantage of that and will position where you ought to have positioned, and they will edge you out clean. And for a business like ours, which takes so much in terms of entry requirements, in terms of the cost of the entry, which is extremely expensive, the business premises where rent is extremely high these days, and of course the effort it takes for architectural projections, for the effort and the cost of the equipment and the human resource. Definitely you do not want all that effort to go down the drain because you have failed to do one thing, which is locating your business right. I think that by sharing this business myths with you, you must by now understand what you sincerely need to move your business forward. You must by now see what the real focus should be, which is to focus rightly on the business content. Focus rightly on what will help grow your business. Focus rightly on the dedication to acquiring knowledge about the business and how to make the best of your business environment. Not necessarily the vague assumptions that you need contacts, you need a big man somewhere who's going to roll out the contracts, that you need a grandiose business plan that could be worth nothing more than the paper it is written on, or that you need so much money that with so much of it you lose the money in the first place. And I think by doing this you would have learned to be a better business person. Thank you.